Hey guys, it's Mary and Dave from PsychicSoulmateReading.com. Today we are going to be giving you a 3-card tarot reading for right now. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to say the day or for what week. It's just for what is that you need to hear and what you need to know at this moment. And even if you're watching this like even months and years later, it doesn't matter because the reading is still intended for you. The message is intended for you. That's the way spirit guides work. And if you're watching this and some things are not quite resonating, continue to watch it again, because you will notice that some things had to unfold in your life for the reading to take effect and to resonate, and that's the way it always works. And take what you need and leave what you don't. Okay, so today we are working with the Thoth deck. Now this deck, it's actually the Millennium, let me rephrase that, excuse me, the Millennium Thoth deck, which actually is a remake of the original Aleister Crowley's Thoth deck. And so excited because I really love these cards, and I love the way the artwork and how they're repainted.
Stunning.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
We're sharing this deck. Dave and I both fell in love with it, and we said, let's just have a deck for ones that we both can share, because we both have, he's got his decks when he reads and I got mine, and we said this deck because we both love the Thoth deck. And we
Plus
said,
we'll end up just having too many decks if we both get
right,
one of each.
Yeah,
all the time.
I got a comment the other day and somebody said, well, why so many decks? Because I'm a collector. Some people collect shoes, handbags. I collect tarot cards, crystals, and anything metaphysical.
You do.
I do. So I have the cards here, and I'm just going to give them a quick shuffle. And for what we need to know here and now, and whatever comes in is what you need to know for all of us. Even, it doesn't matter, even if you're watching it, like I said, years later. I'm going to stop talking.
It's always a now moment. So, and the way the universe works, it brings to you, because we're asking questions in our minds all the time, in our hearts. We're asking questions about what we need to know. You might, if you pay attention, you'll notice you're like, I wonder what I need to do in this situation or that situation. That's why we need to pay attention to signs and messages, especially the ones that come through in a reading like this, but in your own life, pay attention to any signs that come through in messages, because we tend to overlook them. Our mind thinks, oh, that can't be it. But if we learn to trust these signs and messages, because we've actually been asking the questions and the answers, the universe is giving us the answers if we open up to receive. So, just trust what comes through this reading that resonates with you.
Yeah. And any kind of triggers, if you're getting a trigger or you're getting a thought, or, just something is just like something that just jumps out. Okay. Right now there's some noise going on in the background. So, we're doing the best we can so we can record this video, but that might cause a trigger when you're listening to the video and watching this, and you might think, oh, I'm getting annoyed. It relates to something that's triggering you, that a distraction of some kind. It's not us. We're just the, facilitators giving the message. And if there is a trigger, remember something. It's something that you need to look at and you need to actually evaluate, right?
Well, there's always going to be a trigger. Distractions are a part of life, and we need one of the most important, at least in my opinion, in my experience, one of the most important skills we can develop, and almost nobody can do it, is to not let distractions bother us, irritate us, annoy us, bring us down, and refocus back onto, the positive energy of what we're trying to deal with in that moment.
Absolutely. Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome, honey.
Yeah. Okay, so I am shuffling the cards for everybody that is watching this, calling onto a higher power, spirit guides, angels. What do we need to know for our highest good, for everybody, for you, for me, everybody watching this, all of us? Okay. Dave likes to knock on the cards. I think of that song, Knock 3 Times on the Ceiling, if you want.
Tony Orlando and Dawn, from way before your time.
It's before your time.
Don't worry about it.
And they're probably thinking, think not, or maybe so. Anyways, okay, so I usually like to cut the cards in 3 piles. It just seals it. Okay, here we go. First card, 6 of Wands. Second card, Princess of Cups. And third card is the 10 of Swords. Gee, we got that recently. We got that recently. Yeah, got that card. So I'm just going to, I'm not going to read them in any particular order. I'm just going to look at, the 10 of Swords really draws me, and it is in the present position because I'm reading this as in the present. And it's actually the 10 of Swords is feeling like you're kind of like almost dwelling, not dwelling, but just the past keeps repeating itself. The past keeps coming back. It keeps showing itself. And when I say the past, I'm talking about any kind of trigger, just like what we were talking about, Dave and I, about the triggers and things that did trigger you. Obviously, there's something that needs to be looked upon and cleared. So it's kind of almost like that. If you can see, there's a sword in a heart. There is the scales, interesting, and there is a pentacle. So there's lots of things that are going on, and there's 2 crosses. So there's lots of things that are really kind of like on your mind that you maybe have been focusing a little too much on, and something needs to be addressed. Something needs to, you need to let go of something, right? What do you get from that?
Yeah, definitely. The first thing, which I don't normally always associate with this card, but this deck's kind of unique. But I get betrayal, and I get, but it's something it's something you need to surrender to. Like, you didn't want to surrender to it.
No.
But the more you fight it, the more you resist whatever that situation is, that it's a mental thing too. The more you resist that situation, maybe somebody, you feel they betrayed you or hurt you or stabbed you in the back even, type of thing. The more that you feel that, but if you can surrender to it, you'll actually rise up above it, and you'll realize, you'll be grateful for it in the sense of that it's a hard-earned lesson, yes, but it is a lesson. We can always find the positive, even in the worst situation. We can find even just one grain of positive to take out,
Right. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a person or anything.
No,
I mean, it's just the situation, like Dave said. Maybe you've been you wanted something to happen the way, and it's just trying to control it, and it's, it's just whatever jumps out at you. Maybe there's something that you quite are not clear about, something that happened that you still don't understand it. Like, you still, stop pondering that. I'm going to tell you, stop trying to figure something out. Because the more you try to figure this out and try to ask yourself those questions, why did this happen to me? Why was this happen? Because the more you do that, the more you're going to unbalance yourself, and like the sword, the heart with the sword, you're just going to make yourself more disappointed. Okay.
And one little other thing is that's good news about this situation is that it's passing right now. Yeah. It's passing because number 10, it's like you've gone it's like full circle, and because it's related to a card called the Wheel of Fortune, which means things are turning around. So things are going to turn around, and this will be something that will be a memory soon enough.
It will be a memory and a lesson.
Exactly.
A lesson. And the 6 of Wands is victorious. The 6 of Wands is a struggle, but being victorious doesn't mean that it's going to be handed to you on a silver platter. It's actually, you got to do the work. The 6 of Wands is a war, and you've been under all wands are action-based, and the 6 of Wands is actually, you've been building up to this time, to this point, like what the 10 of Swords is telling you, surrendering, like Dave said, to surrender it and just to allow, just move forward, move past it. You actually are going to be victorious on this, right?
Yeah, definitely you'll get some recognition for something, some kind of recognition for something that you've achieved. And, it may not give you the satisfaction that you really want, but you will be getting some recognition. And this thing that you did surrender to that was unfortunate is going to pass, like we said as well. So.
Right. Now, this can also relate to someone at work, your job, a relationship, like it could relate, or the situation, something didn't happen the way you expected it, and you surrender, you become victorious. Something else had to happen for this to take place. You see what I'm saying? Like something new came into your life, maybe a new person into your life, maybe a new love relationship. Take whatever comes to your mind, and just know that it could be even just something with your health, something that you were expecting to happen. You were trying to lose weight or you were trying to build more muscle. I don't know. I just picked the health card, because that's like one of my things that I'm always trying to, achieve, but I know it's like a lot of us too, we have issues, or some of us don't, but I'm just saying, like, you try so hard at something, but you weren't meant to have that, but it was actually that goal, but you were actually meant to do something else, and something else came into the mix for you that you've learned, that just came into your life, and that's victorious. You victorious. And you victorious? I don't know if that's a word. But anyways, the next card was the Page of Cups. I love her. Look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? Like, seriously.
Except they call it Princess in this deck, I believe.
The Princess of Cups. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, I got mixed up. I'm just so used to the...
Well, it's a very unique deck.
Yeah, so. It is a very unique deck, and it was created in its time in a very different way. It was just like, when it was created, it was just very mystical.
Most of the decks nowadays are based on what's called the Rider-Waite template.
Yeah, this was
deck,
not.
And this is not. This is kind of, they were rivals, actually, in a way.
Yeah, so. This deck, okay.
Anyways.
That was actually what we're talking about, okay? The Page of Princess of Cups is actually daydreaming and creating something. It's Pisces energy, right? It's like feeling like just imagining things and creating things. And it's a law of attraction card. When I say law of attraction, it's putting lots of effort and not putting the effort, but more of like raising your vibration and just dreaming. It's a dreamy card, but it's also it's actually of emotions, and it's a high vibe to get yourself out of that rut that you've been in, and to like just merge yourself into something that's fun, like go swimming, merge yourself into something that, I don't know why I said swimming. Whoever's watching this, it must relate to something about swimming. You must love the water. But she is in water, and she's with dolphins. Breathing. Remember to breathe. That's what the swimming is all about. Dolphins represent breathing, and the swans are they are intuition as well, intuitive and breathing. So you really need to go inward, and that's swim within your own energy. Like when I say swim, just don't worry about what other people are carrying or saying or doing, because that's all in your mind. And when you do that, you're actually going to bring yourself more into freedom within yourself. You need to untie all the structure that you have in your mind of the way it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to have it this way. I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to have it like that. Like, it's just more rigid. That's the word I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. Being more rigid. So she tells us to be free, right? And to allow yourself just to go with the flow. Like, just go into water. But that water is more of the imagination and the emotions and breathing, and you can get yourself high vibe into that. What do you say about this, Dave?
The first word that comes to me is grace. And beauty. So it's basically the same thing as what you said. Just finding that with everything you've been through, the challenge that started off the reading, and tapping into that inspiration and the passion of wanting that achievement, wanting that recognition for something. Now it's allowing yourself to notice the beauty and the grace, even in that situation, and it was hurtful, or you felt some hurt about that situation. Seeing the beauty and the grace, it's actually seeing through the hurt, seeing through that situation to the beauty and the grace that is behind everything. No matter what it is, if you can kind of like look through that and see the beauty and the grace, you're going to be tapping into more beauty and grace, and that's what's going to allow you to move forward. And I think the key thing that I liked that what you said was about not being rigid. So because life is a flow. There's an ebb and a flow. There are all these cycles, and if you can go with that flow. Mary did this. I can't do that, but so well as her. But if you can find that flow and tap into it, that flow will actually carry you as well. It'll carry you to where you need to go.
Yeah, and we also got the color lavender. So that's our violet. It's like they put a lot of hidden messages, symbolic in here. And so and also I think that's a lotus flower, white lotus. Yeah, white lotus. That's all crown chakra. And if you're familiar with the chakras, the crown chakra is connected to God, to higher power. It's kind of like the way we do these readings. It's intuition. So it's also telling you that you really do need to listen to your intuition.
And also, just one thing about the swan. Swans, there's a famous story about the ugly duckling into a swan.
Right.
So a transformation is at hand. And the lotus is all, it's blossoming, it's opening.
Totally.
And the swan's wings are open.
Totally. That makes a lot of sense.
And the dolphin is in the water, but it's breathing the air as well. So it's both water and air kind of like idea of the emotions, but communicating, maybe speaking a bit more, but speaking with loving kindness, but being firm and loving yourself too, with what you want to express.
I painted a picture of a dolphin just over there, and Dave said that, and I was like, yeah. And I got lost when I did it. I got lost with it. Oh, that's okay. We're just getting comfy here. I got lost with painting, and I've created a series actually of dolphins, and I don't have the artwork now, but I did, and it's like I used to sell art, my art years ago, and it was just being immersed into that energy and just allowing the rigid, like getting away from that. So find something that you love to do. Find something that makes you happy, makes your heart sing. Whatever you do, just follow what your heart's telling you, your intuition. Maybe your intuition's telling you that you need to start something new, that you need to do something, and there's something that's there, something better is on the way. You'd be surprised by something if there's a sign that's telling you to go left, and then you go left. Listen to your intuition. You'd be amazed by what you're gonna get. It's pretty amazing how the universe and how our spirit guides work. Yeah.
Yeah, because that cool. Pretty much sums it up. I was just going to say we have only very small pieces. Even, when we use tarot and divination tools and our intuition, we still only have a small, very, very small piece of the overall picture. And when you look at, say, the longer you live and the more you can see back, and you thought you were going this way and your life actually was taking you over there, it's amazing. And you just go, wow, we think that we know we're going in a certain direction for that reason, but we end up somewhere else, and it was a different reason than what we thought anyway.
It totally reminds me of, like, I can name some stuff that just tells me, kind of like that TV show that we love, Outlander. She went to go get some herbs and she went somewhere else.
Right.
And she thought she was in love. Well, guess what? She found the love of her life. I mean, I'm not going to spoil it. If you know it, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, go watch it. It's a really cool TV show. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I hope that this reading was helpful for you. And if you're interested in getting a longer reading with either one of us, go to my website and subscribe to my newsletter first, because I'm offering a discount, 10% discount when you subscribe. You got to get the email confirmation, and it has the codes, and also it has some freebies. I have a couple meditations that I created, and also a coloring book. And get the codes. And the same with Dave, because you go to my site first and you'll see, because Dave offers it as well, and we both offer a discount when you subscribe to our newsletters. So the website is psychicsoulmatereading.com. That's all you need to do is subscribe first to either our websites. Dave's website is Davidson.
No, don't worry about that. Just go. Your website's good.
Okay, but you can see. You can go to his website as well. You'll find him.
I'm around.
Yeah, just let me know. And so, until the next video, I wish you peace, blessings, love, and light.
Thank you.